Good afternoon, everyone. I am Vaishnavi Sakri. I am working under Dr. Rajeshri Ilekar ma'am, and my project is on microimmersion. So I will be talking about characterization of nanoformulation, and I will be focusing on particle size and zeta potential. So the principle behind the zeta means Malvern zeta sizer is DLS, that is dynamic light scattering. So, in a nanoformulation, the particles always undergo Brownian motion. So, this Brownian motion is due to bombardment of these particles with solvent molecules. So, this Brownian motion then leads into diffusion of the molecules. And when light is scattered, when light is means it is incident on the particles, it gets scattered. Now, if the particle was static, this would have been constant. But as the particles are constantly moving and they are dynamic, therefore there is fluctuations in intensity of light. So, this fluctuation is depending upon the particle of the size. So, as if the particle is bigger, then these fluctuations of intensity of light will be larger, and if the particle is smaller, then this fluctuations in intensity is larger. And therefore, using comparator, this intensity fluctuations is changed into transitional diffusion coefficient, and then using this formula, then we can see it is hydrodynamic diameter is calculated. So this hydrodynamic diameter takes into consideration the surrounding ions also. It is the diameter of all the solvent molecules adsorbed on the particle. This is Malvern zeta sizer, which is available in our lab. So we can see the red light there indicates that zeta sizer is not connected to the software. Then when it is connected to software, this light turns green. That means the zeta sizer is on. Then the zeta sizer is stabilized for 20 to 30 minutes. This is the cell folder of the zeta sizer, and that is covered. So unlike UV covers, the zeta cuvettes need to be filled with only small amount of sample. So the red line which is shown there, it indicates the amount of sample that is added in the cell. To make sure that we have added enough sample, there is also a visual graphical diagram available on the lid of zeta sizer. So we can check there, and then we can keep our cell into the zeta sizer as shown in the figure. Then for sample preparation, the sample is taken, it is diluted 10 times, and then for particle size, it is put in polystyrene cell, and for zeta potential measurement, it is put in capillary cell. So this capillary cell, it is filled using a syringe, it is filled up to brim, and then it is kept in zeta sizer, same as polystyrene cells. So after we put the sample in the zeta sizer and means we run the software, then sample is equilibrated for 2 minutes, and then after that we get the graph. So the sample, whatever sample we have put, it is measured from all three sides, and whatever graph it is shown, it is average of that. So particle size and PDI's average is taken. So this graph indicates intensity and size. So we can see that the particle size is in average. So that is for my sample it was 13.48. So and the distribution range is small, means it is narrow distribution. So therefore PDI is less. This is the ideal peak we should obtain for a monodispersed sample. Then for means if there is problem with the sample, then we can get a peak like at the end we can see that there is a broad peak there, and we can see that three peaks are shown, peak 1, peak 2 and peak 3. So this indicates that all the particles which are there, they are not uniformly distributed, and therefore result quality shows refer to quality report. Now this is also polydispersed samples, but we can see that these are sharp peaks, means whatever particle size distribution is there, it is in narrow range. So even though the PDI is more for this sample, you can see the result quality is good because whatever particles are there, they are means they are in the range. They are not giving wide peaks. Then here you can see at the end there is small p. It may be because of impurity present. during the sample preparation. So, and you can see that peak to whatever it is there, it is showing only 3% intensity. So it might be due to impurity. Then we can measure zeta potential using Malvern Zeithazizer. So zeta potential is the charge of particles and molecules. It is determined by measuring their velocity when they are moving due to electrophoresis. So particles and molecules that have a zeta potential will migrate towards an electrode if a field is applied. The speed they move is proportional to field strength and their zeta potential. So this is the graph we get of zeta potential. We can see a sharp one peak indicates that whatever sample we have prepared is stable. Thank you.
Questions? Any questions? Any questions?
What difficulties you face while you are taking the particle size?
So means first we tried it without dilution. So if we do it without dilution, then particle size is not means it doesn't give proper particle size. So if we have suppose polymers in our formulation, then particle size whatever we get. Suppose we have a microemulsion, then we will not get only of globules, but polymers will also give the particle size. So there we can face problem.
Which factors that influences the particle size while preparing this?
So it depends upon what formulation we are preparing. Like in case of microemulsion, I am working on microemulsion, the percentage of oil, the surfactant, that will affect the particle size. Whereas suppose we are taking SLS, then their lipid concentration will affect the particle size. Thank you.
She's question.
Very
Yeah. Yeah, now going to